Hello, I'm Shanna Rendon and welcome to Template Tasting. Today we're going to look at the Continuous Diamonds templates. These templates were only recently released. This diamond set consists of 5 templates with sizes ranging from 2 inches tall to 6 inches tall. And you can get a single template or the set of 5. They are primarily a border style template, so I'll show you some borders and some alternate borders. This is the design featured on the template package, website, and catalog. And this is the same border stitched with a mirror image. So my 2-inch border is now a 4-inch border. That means with this set you can stitch designs up to 12 inches wide. And this example uses 2 templates, so just alternating. In this design it was a 2-inch template and a 3-inch template. Kind of looks like a little row of evergreen trees. And this is that row of evergreen trees stitched with a mirror image. And this is a really fun alternating zigzag type of border. Because this is a border tool, some of the other border templates, like the loops and the continuous hearts, can be used to mix and match to make even more fun and interesting designs. On the top is 1 diamond, 1 loop, 1 diamond, 1 loop. The image below is 1 diamond by 1 continuous heart. And you can see that this could be lots of fun. What's better than diamonds and hearts? Maybe the diamond and hearts with a mirror image. And this is a narrow border, using the diamonds to stitch out horizontally, which creates designs from 1 inches wide using the 2-inch template up to 3.5 inches wide with the 6-inch template. This would be very good for sashings and narrow borders. And not all borders are straight. You can even stitch out a curved or circular border. This example is a border that's 9 inches in diameter, stitched with the 2-inch diamond template, and has 32 diamond repeats. So let's look at those templates. The diamonds are a set of 5 templates, come in sizes ranging from 6 inches tall to 2 inches tall. They are primarily a border style template, and if you have the continuous hearts templates, these diamonds work in much the same way. When you receive your templates, this is the package insert. And this is basically the look of the border diamonds. To get more information, simply turn this over, and with the QR codes, you can go to Kathy Clausen's free class, Instructions for Use. This is very handy, but if you don't know how to use the QR code function on your cell phone or tablet, let me show you how that works. I just have my phone, and I put the phone on camera and then hold my camera over the QR code. I scan the instructions for use, or the second QR code, the second from the top, and the link then is shown on my phone. It shows the internet link to the file I want, but I have the choice to go to the site or not by touching the phone or clicking on a link. The link is to the So Steady website, as you can see here. So when I click that link, it shows me that there is a PDF document that I can download. So I click Download. And when I open the file in my phone, it looks like this. So we've got the basic way to use the border template and how to use it in a circle. So I printed my PDF document from my phone to keep with my templates. And this is available just by going to the website by way of the QR code. So let's do that same thing and see the free class that comes along with this template. You can see the website is right here. It's So Steady University, and Teachable, that means it's on the So Steady University. Okay. And when I click the link, it takes me to the Teachable website where I can view the entire class where Kathy teaches us to make this design. So you get a lot more than just what's in the package. Okay, so this is my 6-inch continuous diamond, and this is the 2-inch continuous diamond. Just looking at the template, I can see that this is going to make my diamond shape, but this side is longer than this side. I have etched lines at the center, and this line is parallel to that center line, and it marks the start and stop points to make one interlocking or continuous diamond at a time. There are also these horizontal lines at the top and bottom that'll allow me to line up on fabric reference lines or even along the border of my patchwork. When you stitch out the border design, you're going to use both sides of the template. So that means you'll need to put stable tape on both sides of the template. When you get your templates, you get some strips of stable tape. All you have to do then is turn it over and cut on the lines. And you've got your stable tape all ready to put on your templates. So we have stable tape that comes with the templates, and if you ever need more stable tape, you can get it from So Steady in packets of 5. But just recently, So Steady introduced stable tape dots. So you can get a package of 72 dots. And put my squares or rectangles aside and try some brand new dots. So this is my first template that gets to try dots. And I'm going to just put the dots on the corners of my template. This is, I'm going to use the 2-inch to demonstrate. And because it's so small, I like to have the stable tape in the corners. I want to make sure that I am not covering up any of the lines I'm going to need to use. This is my 2-inch template, and I've used 8 dots of stable tape. So I have 4 on the front and 4 on the opposite side. What I'd like to stitch out today will be the basic border design, which looks like this. And if you compare this to the package inserts, it is a little bit different from the package insert. The image is cut off just a bit, and these lines are actually closed, so it looks more like 2 complete diamonds. So you have this one and these. So you have smaller diamonds across here and larger diamonds across here, and little diamonds in here. So this is the design shown in the instructions. Look a little closer at the template. If we line the template up with the diagram, we're going to stitch the template with this part at the bottom. So this longer arm is going to be toward the bottom. And when I get going and flipping the templates, I sometimes find it hard flipping my templates to make sure I get the bottom at the bottom. So I am going to put this little ruler sticker to say this is the bottom, so that as I'm quickly stitching, I can see what I'm doing. The other part that's not intuitive, or at least not intuitive to me, is I'm going to have this diamond. This is what I'm going to stitch up first. And in order to get, actually, I do mine backwards from this. I start here at the blue and then come down to the red, and that puts me in position to do blue and red, traveling from the left side to the right side. And this is because I begin my row at the left side of my project and continue stitching to the right side. If, however, you like to begin stitching at the right side and travel toward the left side, do as the diagram shows here. So what I did here is I have a placemat sized quilt sandwich, horizontal lines that I'm going to use to match up with the horizontal line here. So I know that my design is going to stitch out this large. And all I have to do now is stitch along and continue to match this line, this etched horizontal line, with my marked line on my fabric. And you can now see that the two horizontal lines also mark the needle positions at the top and bottom of my stitch out. Since I want to begin stitching on the left side of my project and then continue stitching diamonds toward the right side, and looking at the instructions, I want to start with the blue line first. So my template is going to be flipped upside down to stitch the blue line first. Then flip the template over to the right side to stitch the red line, and then just repeat that sequence till I get to the other side. Or I want to begin at the right side and stitch toward the left side. I'll show you this technique and let you know about a little mistake in the instructions. And that is, you need to always start at the bottom of the template. You need to start here at the bottom of the template, or the base of the template, or the base of the long side of the template, because you always have to flip the template at the top point, because the top is the only place you can flip the template to continue to make the second half of the diamond. So the arrows are also going in the opposite direction. So this configuration works if I stitch from the right side edge of my project toward the left side. So let's stitch some diamonds. So we start with the right side of the template up, and I'm going to drop my needle right on my horizontal line. Pull up my bobbin thread and hold on to the bobbin thread while I stitch half of my diamond. So I can see that my etched line is right on top of my fabric reference line. And I'm going, and this etched line is not on a reference line, but I can see that it's parallel to one. So that works. A couple of stitches to start. You can see the green arrow on my template that marks the bottom of that template. And that's so I can easily tell which end of the diamond should be at the base or bottom, which also tells me to start stitching at the arrow end. This template has a definite top and bottom, and you can only continue stitching and complete a diamond if you flip the template at the top. So this is just a reminder for me to begin at the bottom. And And when the arrow is white rather than green, I know that I have flipped the template to the wrong side or to the reverse side to complete a diamond. To continue that, I just flip my template so that I can see my arrow is green. So this is right side up. Stitch half the diamond, flip it over. Line up my reference lines. And I'm making my linking diamonds. One more right side up. And it's this easy to make a border of interlocking diamonds. And there is my diamond border. 2 inches by however long you'd like. Right now, rather than cutting off my threads, I'm going to show you one of the border alternates. This is just one row of continuous diamonds. Now I'm going to flip my template over to stitch a mirror image of the first row, or to make a double border that looks much more complicated than it is. So just begin from that end point of the first row and continue another row of diamonds just like the first, but matching all the points in the first row. And I'm using the same fabric reference line. Come back, and I want my needle to end right here at the point of this diamond. Line that up, matching my fabric reference line, and checking with my spacing gauge. Oh, this is a Janet Collin Designs Janet's All-in-One tool. It's really cool. Just land right on those stitches, right where I want to be. So I have a diamond and a mirror image of the diamond. So now just continue stitching, keeping the bottom of the template lined up on the fabric reference line. So you'll just match up the fabric reference line to the etched lines, and just a little bit more effort to match up the diamond points on the other side. So just get out your trusty spacing gauge. With my reference lines matched, come down here and check my 1/4 inch spacing. Flip it over, and not only is this etched line matching my fabric reference line, but this etched line, it's parallel to the fabric reference line, and I can tell then that this is straight because I don't want to have my diamond off center. So I've got this matching my reference line, and if this is lined up, I have this other vertical reference line. It should line up with the point of my diamond. Like that. And there is a double border with lots of diamonds. I call this the zigzag border. It's really fun and faster than the previous border because we're only stitching half the number of diamonds. This is also stitched all at one time, and so there's no need to stitch across the project twice. It's also 4 inches wide when stitched with my 2-inch template. So let's go back to the project, which is marked with one horizontal line. That will be the center of the border. If I begin on the left side, my template is going to be upside down. If I begin on the right side, my template is going to be right side up. Okay, let's start here. That looks good. So I'm going to use the etched line on the template and match it up with my fabric reference line. So I'm just going to use one reference line and this etched line on my template to stitch the entire thing. I brought up the bobbin thread right on the fabric reference line. So I have this etched line matching up to my fabric reference line. So now I can stitch half of my diamond. Then flip the template over to stitch the second half of the diamond. To stitch the second half of my diamond, so we have one complete diamond. The next diamond is going to be just offset and upside down. To get the template in the correct position, the bottom of the template, which is marked here with an arrow on my template, will remain at the fabric reference line. you can actually just simply swing the template around the ruler foot to get it into the correct position. The next one will be easier. I'll show you how to just swing the template around. So go ahead and make another diamond. I've checked the reference lines before I stitched, and one reference line, etched line, is parallel to marked line. Now I need to make the second half of the diamond. I'm at the top point of a diamond, so I need to flip the template over. We always flip the template over at the point of the diamond and keep the arrow, keep the bottom of the template on this center reference line. I want to end back right here, right on my reference line. There you go. Now, let's just swing the template because we're going to continue a longer diagonal line. So just swing the template this way and line up the reference lines, and that diagonal line is going to continue from one diamond into the next. This makes it somewhat easier and a little bit quicker to stitch the diamonds. So always flip at the top. I can see that I'm going to end up right at my reference line, just like that. When you're at the reference line, swing it around and repeat. So at the top part of the template, flip it. At the bottom of the template, swing it. So I finish up my row here at the reference line and pull up my bobbin threads. I'm just going to trim the threads here. I did a few small stitches right there at the reference line. And this is a row of zigzag diamonds. What do you think? These are really fun and easy to stitch. Next, I want to show you a cute little border that's stitched with the template in the horizontal position. So it's only going to be 1 inch wide, and it's really easy and fun to do. So I'm going to take my template, and I want my foot, the foot part of my template, to be right here at the beginning. So I'll just put this here. Oh, also, I added a couple of little black arrows with my Sharpie marker pen so that I will know that This etched line is the center because I'm going to use my reference line on the fabric to keep centered with my template. So start here, lining up here and here. So my needle is not going down into that reference line this time. Pull my threads up. Couple of small stitches. And I'm at the point or the top. Let me just get rid of this. Okay, so this is going to be this is the foot. So this is my foot, and I'm at the point of my template, so I can swing the template around. So I'm going to stitch above the line, above the reference line, and then I'm going to switch to below the reference line. So I'm still going to be stitching half of a diamond, but I'll be able to stitch it this way, then come back the other way, and I won't need to double stitch anything. So I could stitch one complete diamond, put the other right here, but then I would need to get my needle from this point to this point. And that's easy enough to do, but I can do it this way and not have to double stitch or move my template, move my needle at all. So again, lining up where my black marks are, my little black arrows, I can line that up on my fabric reference lines. And then, because I'm at the feet, so I stitched from the point down to the foot. So when I get to the foot, I need to flip my template over and match the foot to the foot. Then I can line up my little Sharpie marked arrows and I stitch to the point. If I'm stitching at the point, I can just swing my template around. Now, because I'm at the foot, get out, turn it over, and flip. Okay, so this is how my first stitched line looks like. Okay, now let's bring that back. And I look at it this way, and I'm not lined up on my center here. So I know I have to flip it over. So now I get the correct size diamond, and I'm going to be stitching to here, which will make this smaller diamond. Okay, because I'm at the foot now, I can just swing my template. Yeah, no, I can't. The foot of the template, you gotta flip it over. Then I can line up on that center line. Now that I'm point to point, oops, yeah, I got close to the edge, and kind of pulled up my fabric. Don't get too close to the edge on a little piece of fabric. Okay, so I'm back to the point. So now I'm lined up on my center line with my little black marked arrows, and if this horizontal line should be right at the point of this little diamond that's going to be made by 2 foot-feet together. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So my needle is right across from the point. And finish this diamond. So finish this little diamond and then the larger diamond. Now, since I'm going from point to the next point, I can just swing my template. And I'm lined up. And just pull up my bobbin threads and take this off. Yeah. And that's a cute little border. And okay, messed this part up because I thought I was too close to the edge, but actually my cat came along and messed up the tension of my thread with her tail. But I was able to figure that out, so the rest of my tension is okay. Hope you enjoy the continuous diamonds. See you next time.